In this lesson, we're going to help students sound out words with the robot. This is the program that we'll use. Let's build it together. Open the Wedo 2.0 app on your computer. To find Milo's building instructions, this blue box that says Classroom Projects, click on that. And then Milo Science Rover here on the bottom left is what you'll click on to get his building instructions. Select Go. And then here there's a video and there's some other things that distract kids really easily. So in this upper bar right here, you can see there's Explore, Create, and Share. If you go to the second dot here that says under Create, that takes you straight to his building instructions. So that's a little tip for getting there quicker. And you start building. And then you click through each project. At the end of his build, when you click, it wants you to connect your robot. I'm already connected, so I'll just arrow over. And it brings you to a basic programming session. This will get you to go forward for a certain amount of time and stop. And the ghost hand will teach you which block to put up into the program. For this lesson, though, we're going to go back to the home button once we've built him. And we are going to click on the plus box down in the lower left. And that's going to bring up just a programming page, and this will work for Milo as well. I'm going to move our play button over to the left, and this is a long program, so I want to shrink our screen size just a little bit by pushing on the zoom out button, because as you've seen, we had several blocks. Now this program looks a little intimidating for how long it is, but really we're repeating the same thing 3 times over with a new sound. So it's really not as hard as it looks. We're going to start by bringing up our motor to drive it forward, the forward rotation. Now as a tip, if your student installed their motor backwards to the directions, you can click on this block and it will rotate automatically to send it the other direction. So that's an easy fix in a program if a child has put the motor on backwards. We're going to assume it was correct, so we want forward rotation. Then we're going to click the motor with the hourglass on it. That gives us our time the motor is going to run. This here is going to be adjustable to the kids, and depending on where you put your letters, you want the students to stop at along the way. For the video purpose, in this training, I just put 1 second to be able to show you in a short area. Then we bring the sound block up, and this is where we get to do some customization. All of these sounds here numbered play something different. So if you push the play button, you can hear what it does. Number 1, it's kind of a robot sound. Number 2, that's the bee pollinator, that sound we would use. But we're going to create our own sound today, so we're going to click on the plus button in the lower left box. And you can see here it's going to bring up a sound. To record, you push the red button on the left. So we're going to record the sound K. K. And then we push that stop button. Now what we're going to do is in our recorded bar here, we're just going to shorten this up a little bit so it's not quite as long of a sound, because we only need where it recorded our voice right here. And then when we just click anywhere, we now see we have our sound recorded in this bottom bar as E. So it puts E in our sound bar here. When we click in the gray area anywhere on our screen, it brings us back to our regular program page. Then we are going to add a wait block. So we need to scroll our bottom bar towards the left to find our yellow blocks. And it's being a little stubborn here. We want the hourglass that doesn't have the motor now. This is our wait block, and we're just going to have it wait 1 second to allow it to have that sound done at that letter before it moves forward. Now here's where we're just going to repeat these same 4 steps for the next letter and the next sound. So we're going to bring up motion moving forward. We're going to bring up our hour block that says how long it's going to go. Again, we're just going to leave it at 1 for this, but wherever you have your blocks that have letters on them, or for this video I used an index card folded in half with the sound on it. Whatever you're going to have, it may be longer if you spread them further apart in your classroom. And then we're going to have a new sound. So again, now we're going to record a new sound. So we have E here, that's what we used. We're going to click again on the green plus box, and we're going to say ah. So we're going to hit the record button, ah, and the stop button. We're going to shorten it up a little bit. Okay, and then just click out. Now this sound, the ah, is letter F. That's not what the F says, but for this video, that's what it's going to be. Okay. Now, can you guess what's next? We're going to get this bar moved over, and that's right, we need our wait block. And 1 second. Now we got to do this again for the letter T. So we've got the robot stopping and sounding K and A. We're going to bring our time block up and our sound block. Click on that blue box to record your new sound. And we're going to go T. T. Okay, and we're going to shorten it. Okay, so this sound is labeled G. Now let's go one more time so we can say the whole word together. Forward, time block, sound, got to scroll over now that we've added a few. We're going to now say the word cat. Cat. This program can be used to any words. If you give the kids a spelling list, they could go through that whole spelling list, or words that they need to sound out. Once they get done with the one word, then they would just record new sounds and replace the sounds in the sound block with their new sounds. So now we've got cat here at the end. Oh, we forgot our wait block. Look at that. This is a great way to show you guys how to add something if you have forgot it. Grab the wait block here, and I'm going to put it right where I want to and see how it makes room for it. There we go. Oops, and then I put it on the wrong place. Well, I'm just batting 1,000 here. We need to put it right here. Okay. So it just will separate. If you need to separate something off, you just pull that area off, and then you can drag and drop. So that is really nice for correcting mistakes. And then the very last thing we're going to put on here is we're going to put the X, and that is going to say that our program is done running. As you see, this got a little bit long, so I'm going to scoot it over slightly, and you can decrease the view again if you need to make it center up a little bit better. Now we're going to teach you how to turn your robot on to connect it up. You're going to click in this upper right hand box where your battery brain is, your battery block. And then you're going to, once you have this up, you're going to hit the green button on Milo, and it highlights this name right here. You're going to click on that, and it says rename. Some kids like to name it. We're just not going to name it right now. It's fine the way it is. And then to get out of this, you just click in that gray area. Now Milo is connected. Now to run the robot, you push play, and every command that Milo runs will highlight green. So watch the program as I run Milo. Ka. A. Ta. Cat. Okay. If for some reason that your robot does not go on the first time, a troubleshooting thing to do will be to unplug his cord from his motor to the battery and to replug it back in. This particular robot seems to need that to happen once it's hooked up. So don't panic, just unplug and replug that motor back in. Also, if you get going on your program and you find that, oh no, I shouldn't have done that, we push play and we're getting going and we need to stop it real quick, you push the red box over here on your bottom right, and that will stop your program automatically so that your robot doesn't run into something or get stepped on without hurting it. So that is how we program Milo to help us sound out words.